Activate your free trial on SpoTV Now app today. Watch all live matches for free.
For a last lap dive bomb into turn 13 or even 14 because you're so close to the finish line through that final corner. Bezzecchi will be thinking, final corner, if I'm within striking distance, I'm launching an attack.
Yeah, well, the last 2 laps, Bezzecchi's taken 7 to 8 tenths of a second. Last lap of a classic sprint here in Termas Rio Hondo. Is there going to be some late heartache coming the way of Brad Binder, who's been nothing short of sensational, having started 15th? He's done so much of the front running. Is he just going to be swallowed up late on by the Mooney VR46 Ducatis? Aleix Espargaro, all he can do is look on. Bezzecchi's so good, isn't he? Through turn 3 and 4. He gets that Michelin rear tyre hooked up and he's now going to just hit the turbo button on that Ducati GP22. He comes alongside Binder in the braking zone, not quite close enough. Binder stands firm. 11 corners to go here in Termas. Unbelievable.
Binder is riding on the absolute ragged edge. If you can outbrake Brad Binder to win a race, then you deserve it. Marco Bezzecchi, you can see he's able to carry that tighter line. Can he get within touching distance into turn 7? No, he can't. I think it's all going to come down to 13 and 14.
Oh, Binder was just running out a little bit wide there. Morbidelli desperately hanging on to what will be an excellent 4th place. That's where he started. Time is running out here for Marco Bezzecchi in this sprint. They come now through turns 9 and 10, through the tyre punishing turn number 11. It's Binder from Bezzecchi. Who's going to have the advantage? Will Bezzecchi be close enough for a daring late lunge into the final sector? He's building. Binder inch perfect though, isn't he? Through turn 12, and he looks like he might have this one covered. He slams the door shut in Bezzecchi's face. It looks like Brad Binder. What a victory! Binder brilliant in the Tissot sprint in Argentina. What a victory! He started from the back of the 5th row in 15th place. Absolute scenes in the Red Bull KTM factory racing garage, because there, man, how many times have we labelled him a Sunday man? Well, he's now a Saturday and Sunday man, because that was one of the best rides you will ever see. The sprint delivers again. Brad Binder, what a job. Absolutely sensational. He took it at the checkered flag from Marco Bezzecchi by just 700ths of a second. Bezzecchi needed a 13-lap sprint, really, didn't he? He was probably going to have something on the last lap, but this man was just absolutely phenomenal.
How did Brad Binder do that? I cannot wait to see his first lap all over again, because that start was what made it for him. Brad Binder, so often the guy to look for on a Sunday afternoon. We can now call him Mr. Saturday, Mr. Sprint, Brad Binder.
Just astonishing. I think if you looked up in the dictionary now the word phenomenal, you'll see Brad Binder's name next to it, because that was incredible. That was just 90 minutes and 56 seconds of just pure theatre, pure drama. We were on the edge of our seats in the commentary box. I'm sure you folks were watching at home. This was late fireworks as Alex Marquez, Pecco Bagnaia and Vinales all gang up on Frankie Morbidelli, who did somehow hang on to that 4th place. Great job by Morbidelli. That'll be a massive confidence boost for him. He needed that one. Great job. 4th on the grid and 4th in the race, but all the plaudits, and quite rightly so. I mean, speechless. How do you describe Brad Binder? What an absolute warrior he is. I mean, he started that race 15th. Was it lap 2 that he took the lead? Lap 3 maybe, but who cares? Frankly, who gives a damn? He certainly won't care, because that was incredible. Absolutely incredible. One of the most brilliant performances I've ever seen.
Stories everywhere you look in that sprint. Morbidelli, a fine 4th. He was looking at one point as if he could actually win that himself. He had to make do with 4th. Marquez Bagnaia completed your top 6. Vinales, the sole point scorer for Aprilia in that sprint, 7th, although he was only 2.6 seconds off winning it. Martin took 8th from this man on the final lap. A shrug once again. Disappointment for Fabio Quartararo. He takes the final World Championship point in 9th.
Can't wait to hear the thoughts of our top 3 men. Let's get the views of Luca Marini after his 3rd place. He's with Simon.
Luca, what a great ride. Please tell us about your race.
Yeah, tira, lanza. Especially a great start, I think. Now in this MotoGP, especially in the sprint, you must start in front and start well. So I was fully focused on that side, because then it's very difficult to overtake and everybody has a fantastic space. So I'm really satisfied and really happy about this result, because After Portimao weekend was not easy. It was a nightmare, and be here now with this great result is fantastic. But it will be more difficult for tomorrow because I don't think that I have the pace for fight for the podium tomorrow. Will be difficult, but I will try to make another good start, and then we will see.
Luca, congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, great job that by Luca Marini on the Muni VR46 Ducati team. A memorable Saturday for them here in Tomás de Rio Hondo. This was a late charge from Marco Bezzecchi. Once he got through on the second to last lap, wasn't it? Through on Marini, he was just under 0.8 of a second, Bezzecchi, at that point behind Binder. And he reeled him in. That's how quick he was. That's how good Bezzecchi's late race pace was. There'll be a nice embrace here between the two teammates. It got tight, it got close between them at times, particularly early on at turn number 5. But both of them on the podium. Wherever Valentino Rossi's watching that sprint, I'm sure he's a little bit hoarse himself now as well. Big smiles then. Bez back on the podium here in the sprint with Simon.
Marco, I said to Paolo on the grid that you'd be a very difficult man to beat because you looked so good today. In my opinion, the fastest man, and you were. How difficult was it to get to the front?
Yeah, it was very nice. Unfortunately, you know, the bagarre in the beginning was really tough, and I lost some time. But anyway, I had a lot of fun. I was very strong, and at the end I could recover many positions. And I almost made it to Brad, but he was a little bit better than me on the last lap. So anyway, I'm very happy. I want to say thanks to all the team and Ducati because they made an unbelievable job. And also thanks to all the fans. It's always fantastic to come here in Argentina, and tomorrow we try again.
Marco, congratulations.
Yeah, that's the good news, isn't it? Tomorrow he gets to try again. We get the full length Michelin Grand Prix of Argentina tomorrow. Top job that by Marco Bezzecchi. This was a move on the inside of his VR46 Academy colleague Frankie Morbidelli, who did somehow resist the late charge of Marquez, Bagnaia and Vinales to hold on to that 4th place. Big morale boost from Morbidelli, finishing 5 spots ahead of his teammate Fabio Quartararo. But there's only one man to talk about, isn't it, at the end of that Tissot sprint over 12 heart-stopping laps here in Argentina. Let's hear from him then, the sprint king in Termas. It's Brad Binder with Simon.
Brad, when the lights go out, you never fail to show your hunger, determination and skill. How did you do that?
Yeah, I surprised myself a little bit there. What a start. Got super tight in turn 1 and just tried to hug the inside. And then, just one at a time, and I tried to say, okay, if I go to the front and I fight like hell, there's a good chance I can maybe stay there. So the plan worked out perfectly. I could hear the boys right behind me in the last lap, so I had to keep blocking. But thanks so much to my team. The step they made from yesterday was unreal. My bike worked fantastic. And really looking forward to see how we manage tomorrow.
Brad, you're unbelievable. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
He really is unbelievable. That's another good word to describe that man's performance. Like he said, he thought he'd get a good start, push like hell, and see where that took him. And it took him to first in P1 at the checkered flag. So many great battles, so much tension throughout that race. And at the end of it, Pecco Bagnaia comes out on top in terms of the championship. Bagnaia, a solid 6th place for him. He was only 2.5 seconds back.
Too far back in the end, so he settled for second. Piero Taramasso, Michelin Motorsport 2-wheel manager. Of course, regularly we hear from him, giving us all the info from a tyre point of view. Hands over the bronze medal for Luca Marini, his first sprint podium. Can he, of course, challenge for a first Grand Prix podium tomorrow? He doesn't think so, but still plenty of time. But James, the president of Tissot Argentina, sponsors, of course, of this Saturday sprint. He gives the silver medal to Marco Bezzecchi. It's his second top 3 finish, of course, in the first 3 opportunities he's had this season. And Pedro Venturo, the FIM Latin America president, the gold medal goes to Brad Binder from 15th to 1st. Sensational in the Saturday sprint from the South African.